What's going to happen to Paul Ryan after November? So because you've got a whole bunch of people in his caucus and then in the country who think he betrayed the entire Republican Party, and Trump's gone after him. And then you've got him. He's got to try to govern.
Right.
How's he going to do that?
So he's probably getting a phone call from John Boehner saying, see how hard that actually was, right? And that was the balancing act he had to deal with, and it drove him out of office. And then, so the point you bring up is a really good point. Like, where does the party go from here?
Yeah.
So in the back of their minds, maybe they're hoping that Trump doesn't do well, that it is a landslide, because then that's a clear indication that this is the wrong direction for the party. If Trump stays close and is competitive, then we might see the Trump supporters say, okay, look, this is a movement, we just need to continue building on this, right? So strategically, you might think that establishment Republicans actually would prefer just to bite the bullet, lose this election, and lose
by a couple of touchdowns.
And if you lose, you might as well lose big.
Yeah.
And just fix the party after that.
And just say that the Trump doctrine is not the way we want to go. We want to rebuild the party based on, traditional Republican principles.
Right. Yeah. And then, because that's as poorly as Trump could do, they're still going to keep control of the House.
Yeah.
From all indications.
My theory is that Hillary Clinton cannot not do comprehensive immigration reform. In her first 100 days, she's going to have to push for it.
But she's going to have the exact same issue that Obama had, because he had, and she's going to have, if she wins, a Republican House of Representatives.
Right. So does she do it anyway to show fealty and fulfill her promise, or does she back off and try to triangulate her way to some kind of strategy?
She can't just give up, right? So she has to try to pass something.
If she doesn't do it, I mean, how many elections will the Latino community just sit there and say, "You promised us you're going to do this, you didn't do it"?
Right.
I don't think they're in to wait for any more time. I think they want it. They want it now.
Right. But the problem is, even if they win the Senate, it was kind of like, not by luck, but really good circumstances that they were able to pass it in the Senate in 2013, right? Because there was, people like Rubio, there was a gang of 8 Republicans that jumped aboard.
Dean Heller.
Right. So, but then after this election, I don't know if you can get that kind of bipartisanship even in the Senate. Yeah. And then on top of that, you have the House. So she can try, but whether it's even, I don't even know if anything would even come up to a vote.
I wonder if she tries knowing she's going to lose, because she knows that not trying is not an option.
Right.
And at the very least, trying and failing is better than not doing it at all.
Like, it just depends on who the voters blame.
Yeah, that's true.
They blame
so it may be in her advantage to have a short-term loss for a long-term gain in 2 years.
Right. But even like Republicans now, they can say, okay, we'll let Clinton win, but we're setting ourselves up well for 2020.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to be able to get things done, so it'll be easy to attack her that election.
Yeah.
Saying, it doesn't really matter if people don't like Clinton or not. She does it because at least she has enough people that will vote for her.
Yeah.
Right? But she needs to get some approval.
Yeah.
Or she's going to get elected in an office with the lowest approval rating ever.
Like a coalition, like a movement that Bernie would have had, Bernie Sanders would have had if he had gotten elected.
Right.
Yeah. People he can command, and at his command would flood the switchboards and fill them all and do whatever you got to do.
But basically, just the higher approval rating that she can get when she gets elected, or when she gets into office, the easier time she's going to have competing against Republican Congress.
Yeah, definitely.
So stuff like tonight, she does still need to reach out to the independents and try to seem likable and try to seem trustworthy. Right? It's going to be hard to convince people, but it's still important for her, not so much to win the election, because she's in the lead right now, even though a lot of people don't trust her. But if she wants to govern after the election, she's going to need to earn back some of that trust.